from Infinity Personal Training, and today I'm going to show you how to make ratatouille. So if you've seen the movie, it's the exact same dish from the kids movie. So it's actually a super simple, easy vegetarian and vegan dish to make. So first things we need are tomato sauce. You can make your own tomato sauce, but I prefer to buy it because I don't know how to make tomato sauce. So I got the organic tomato basil with kale because I have a slight obsession with kale. And then you just get a variety of different colored vegetables. So I got red onions and everything sliced pretty, about a half an inch. Got yellow zucchini or yellow squash. Tomatoes, these are the beefsteak tomatoes. And green zucchini and eggplant. So if you don't like any of these, you can switch it out for, you can put yellow peppers or orange peppers or red peppers. You can just make it whatever you like. But the usual components of ratatouille always have tomatoes and eggplant. So first thing we're going to do is line the bottom of the dish with the tomato sauce. So just going to put it in there. And you can see the delicious bits of kale. Yummy. If you don't like kale, you need to try it again. It's good. Okay, I'm just going to add a little bit of basil just for an extra taste. I like fresh basil, even though this has basil in it. Fresh basil is always good. And then, this is the part that's a little bit time consuming. You're just going to start layering all the pieces together. So you just add each color and you just keep going until you fill the whole pan. To make it look pretty, you kind of want to make the same pattern. Or you can just throw them all in there. So I'm just going to continue layering this until the whole casserole pan is full. Okay, so as you can see, the ratatouille is all layered, and the reason I didn't give you exact amounts for the vegetables is it's really hard to gauge how many you use. For this, I use 1 eggplant, 2 red tomatoes, 2 red onions, 1 zucchini, and 1 squash. But it depends on how big your casserole is and how big your slices are and all that. I usually have a little bit of stuff left over. I do have a little bit of each of these left over, but so it's kind of hard depending on how big the vegetables are and how big your casserole is. So now we're just going to pour a little bit more tomato sauce in between the layers on the side. Clearly I'm not a neat cook. It's okay, stuff comes out good. That's the important part. It doesn't have to look pretty. Okay. Just going to finish the jar off. So, what are you going to do with 2 tablespoons of tomato sauce? Okay. Finish that out. Then we're just going to add a little bit more basil to the top. Basil's like sticky. Okay. And then last thing, I'm going to add, you could add sea salt. I actually have this Italian sea salt with herbs and spices. I got this at Oil and Vinegar at Waters Creek if you live in the Allen area. And I'm just going to add a little bit of this on top. Not too much, as the tomato sauce has seasoning in it. And if it doesn't have enough seasoning when you're ready to eat it, you can just always add at that point. So we're going to put this in the oven that I preheated at 375 for about 45 minutes, or until all the vegetables are soft enough to eat. Okay, the ratatouille is all done. I ended up cooking it for an additional 10 minutes because the eggplant wasn't cooked as thoroughly as I liked it to be. So if that ends up happening to you, it's okay. It's anywhere between 40 to 50 minutes, depending on, I guess, the thickness of the veggies. So this is a good side dish. You can always add a protein, or you can eat it as is. I usually tend to eat this by itself without any meat and just eat probably like this whole row. Because, I mean, they're all veggies, so it doesn't really have a lot of calories. This is also something that is a great leftover dish because as the flavors marinate and meld together, it tastes even better the next day. So that's it. Subscribe to my channel so you can get more updates on more delicious, healthy recipes.